It's our second day in Yosemite. Our plans include to go on one of the more popular hikes. Will a little bit of snow stop us? We only had reservations for last night. Will we be able to secure another spot? There are a lot of questions to be answered, but hopefully we'll have another great day in Yosemite. We have a good news, bad news situation. On the bad side, it snowed last night. If there's a lot of snow on the trail, that may cause problems. On the plus side, it snowed last night, and that gives you some really gorgeous vistas to go look at. So we're going to head to one of the more popular hikes, which we can adjust the difficulty depending on how far we decide to go. So let's keep our fingers crossed that all goes well. Okay, so we start our hike today. We are going to go to the Mist Trail, which goes up to one of the falls, and it's supposed to give a pretty good view of Half Dome. It snowed last night. That's kind of crazy, right, Liz?
Yeah.
It's cold. It was cold.
It's freezing.
This is why we're dressed so warmly. It's not supposed to actually warm up too much today. This is the first major stop on this trail called the Footbridge. It's about a mile away from the trailhead, and it's about 2 miles away from where you would probably park. You can just see how full and vibrant the rivers have been. And then when you cross over to this side of the bridge, look at this river as it runs through the mountains. It's just absolutely gorgeous. From this angle, you can see Vernal Falls in the background. We're going to keep going down the trail and hopefully get a better view from the top. We're going to have to take the winter route since part of the trail is closed. It's a little bit further and a little bit more winding, but Liz and I don't really mind. Even though the snow is coming down a little bit harder, we're going to keep going. It's getting harder and harder to see the trail, but we think we're okay. The snow is pretty packed here, so we're going to keep going and see how we do. Probably not the smartest thing, but we're going to keep hiking for a little bit longer. But it is getting really snowy down our trail and our path. Good thing we have the walking sticks for sure. Literally 25 feet away from the last place I videoed, we're going to head back. This right here is probably impassable. So we could probably get up it. I'm a little bit worried about coming down. So we are going to take a pass that ends our Yosemite Valley trail today. We're gonna go back. One of the scary things happened on the way down. We heard this loud crack, which is probably a rock falling. So pretty glad we decided to turn around when we did. It might be kind of hard to tell from this shot, but the snow is starting to really come down, so it was a good thing we came down the mountain and are heading back to the van. We just got a little bit lucky. One of the things that we really like about the van is it gives us a lot of ability to be very flexible. We don't have to make a lot of plans when we travel, but sometimes that can kind of bite us in the butt. So when we came to Yosemite, we only had 1 day of reservation actually booked. And we got lucky to get that one because reservations are notoriously hard to get at Yosemite. But we showed up and figured we would just figure it out when we get here in terms of how much and where we would stay if we weren't able to extend a reservation. But we just checked into the reservation office and They were holding back a bunch of the sites, I guess, because they were afraid of flooding, and lucky for us, they released some last night, and we were able to get a spot for 2 more nights. With that taken care of, a high priority was find a place to take a shower, and the only place to do that in Yosemite Valley is Curry Village. One of the rangers told us we could come here and take a shower for $5. So we walked on over to see about that shower. Pretty much just your basic shower stall. There's some soap and shampoo if you need it. The temperature wasn't overly warm, but it was fine, and the pressure was adequate. Overall, totally worth it. If you're like me and don't like to go too long without a shower, this definitely works. This is going to be our campsite again for tonight. Again, we're really not going to use the amenities too much. I mean, it does open up into kind of a nice spot where you have, campfire, a picnic table. That's all open area back there. But for us, we will not be using it since we're just using it as a parking spot. It's an expensive parking spot, but it is what it is. I think we're going to call it a night. Pretty tired after that hike up the Mist Trail. It was the snow and the narrowing of that trail made it really difficult to keep going, but that made it a really difficult hike. So I'm pretty worn out from all of that. Thank God we were able to get that shower at Curry Village. I think that made a world of difference. I feel a lot better because of that. But yeah, really glad we were able to get that shower. Because we were able to go to the reservation office and get those extra 2 nights of reservations, I think it just makes it an easy decision to kind of take it a little bit easier now. So we don't have to rush through everything and see everything. Pretty tired given all of that. Yesterday, I think we did 23,000 steps. Liz, how many steps did we do today?
Let's see. 22,000.
22,000, really? I did not think we went that far up that Mist Trail, but wow, I can't believe we got 22,000 steps. How are you feeling about everything?
I'm exhausted. And actually, my right ankle is hurting. So we'll see how I feel tomorrow.
Yeah, best to take that easy. That's just advice for everybody. I think when we were younger, we would probably just push it because we wanted to go see so many different things. But definitely as we get older, we realize better to just rest and relax and heal up and make you stronger for the next day after that. So we'll see how Liz feels tomorrow and what type of activities we do. But otherwise, we're going to call it a night and get to bed early. Gadget, how are you feeling about everything? I'm not sure you're more stinky than usual, Gadget, but I'm always in favor of you taking a bath. Especially ones I don't have to give you. And not even 5 minutes later, he is out like a light. I think this time we'll take our cue from Gadget and head off to bed. Good night, everybody, and see you tomorrow.